Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Tuesday the 18th of January 2022. Today's Mill news: more transfer information. You feel like something's about to happen, but you just don't know what. Something interesting may be about to happen. But we got this from news@den.co.uk. Matt Smith, this has been reported at other places as well. Matt Smith looking set to go to Salford City. Now, it was reported last week that he might be going to Wigan Athletic, and comments were made that where's that come from? That's absolutely, well, it's obviously come from somewhere. He does have links with Manchester. I think his wife is from Manchester. He went to Manchester University, I believe. I think he might still be doing an MBA course out of there. So he does have links with Manchester area. Wigan is near Manchester, not that close. Salford City is a lot closer, and it looks like he might be joining them. And he's going from the Championship to League 2, and it's one of those things where you make a move for purposes unrelated to football. You make a move for personal circumstances. It seems he wants to go up to that area. You don't have many options, and he could be signing for League 2 Salford. Now, is that just a loan until the end of the season? Then he might try and get a little boost up. If he can show proficiency for Salford City in League 2, then maybe someone in League 1 might be interested in him. I don't know if there are any Manchester-based teams in League 1. There is, of course, one less Manchester-based team, or the Greater Manchester area-based team. That was because Bury have gone out of business, so that's not good. But you have the likes of Oldham and stuff like that. They're based nearby. But yeah, so Matt Smith going off to Salford City. So, well, you got Bolton Wanderers in League 1. If they're interested in Bodvarsson, but they're a bit of a basket case in terms of finances at the moment. You've got Wigan Athletic, as was mentioned last week. Apart from that, you don't have many options if you want to move to the northwest, the Greater Manchester area. Not many options there. So League 2 Salford City, a bit of a high-profile club because they have ownership that's related to Manchester United in terms of players and that. So maybe it might be an interesting move for him. So let's have a read up. Mill centre forward Matt Smith is set to join Salford City. Smith, 32, has struggled to nail down a regular place in the team this season with just 7 starts and 25 appearances. Former Leeds and Fulham forward Smith joined the Lions from QPR in the summer of 2019 and was top scorer in his first season with 14 goals. Smith has scored 21 goals in 101 appearances for Millwall and is in the last 6 months of his contract. Salford are 13th in League 2, 7 points off the playoffs. Smith could sign for them in time for their game at home to Colchester United on a Saturday. And Colchester United lost 3-2 tonight after Isaac Loffey scored 2 goals and got man of the match. So we shall see if this happens. Now, the fact that this is being reported by the Millwall press, it's not a rumour. They're reporting that it's set to happen. They're not reporting this website said this other clickbait website said. No, they're saying it's set to happen. So probably will happen tomorrow. Probably, I imagine he's just got to do a medical. So I imagine tomorrow he'll drive up there and get the medical done, sign on. Now, that's if things are normal. Now, we have Bradshaw, who is out. There are rumours circulating that he's set to be out for 6 months. Ojo posted on his social medias a picture of him in a one of those boots that people wear when they damage their foot. So he's going to be out for some time as well. I would guess, if I was to guess, I would say at least a month. So, but if we're letting Matt Smith go, what does that mean? Who's coming in? If we've got a striker out, injured, and a striker out, joining another team on transfer, who's coming in? Well, we know who it isn't going to be. It's not going to be a Louie Sibley. Well, he's not a striker. He's an attacking midfielder. Mill will move on to other targets after being told Derby County target is not for sale. And we had news earlier. This is the second story about this chap today. We had news earlier that a fourth bid by Millwall had been made. And now we got this story at the end of the day. He's not for sale. It's done. So this is from Richard Corley at the londonnewsonline.co.uk, South London Press's online website. It says Millwall have ended their attempts to sign Derby County's Louie Sibley after the club's administrators told them the midfielder is not for sale. The Lions were keen on a deal for the 20-year-old and tabled a fourth offer of £450,000 for Sibley this week. But Derby's administrators, Quantuma, have indicated that the player under contract until 2024 will not be moving on in this window. Millwall have moved on to pursuing other targets. The Rams could face expulsion from the league if they cannot prove they have funding in place to fulfil their fixtures. Given the uncertainty around future funding, the league has advised that no extensions or new player registrations will be permitted, said the EFL as part of a lengthy statement issued earlier this week, and this position has already been communicated to the club prior to the administrator's latest statement on Friday, January the 14th. The EFL will continue to work with the club as it updates its forecast. Apparently there's some kind of rule when you're in the administration, like you cannot literally reject offers. Like you need, because you obviously need money coming in. So if someone makes you an offer, you're legally bound to accept it to improve the finances of the club, to improve the financial health of the club, because the administrators, they're trying to improve things, get things on, cut the expenses, get some money coming in, improve the flowing income. That's why Derby County didn't have any games postponed through COVID, even though they could have done, because they needed the cash revenue coming in through the ticket sales and whatnot. And there was a game where they had literally a lot of youth players on the bench. They just carried on as normal, because the administrators, they don't care when they finish in the league. They're almost guaranteed to finish in relegation places, so they need money, and they should be accepting any offers. Basically, you accept the offers to get enough money to pay off the people you owe money to. Now, you basically make an offer to the people who own the debt of the club. So you say, well, we'll make you an offer of 10 pence in the pound. So for every pound we owe you, we can't afford to pay you the whole amount. We'll offer you 10 pence for every pound we owe you. So it's 10% or 90% off. That kind of situation, and that'll get them off. They pay off the creditors. They can get out of administration and start with a clean slate, and then carry on. So that's what you're supposed to be doing when you're an administrator. You sell everything you can sell. Get as much money as you can. Give that money to the people who you owe money to. But it won't obviously pay off all your debts. But you'll pay off basically whatever ratio it is, 20 pence in a pound or whatever it is. And there is a set hierarchy in terms of who you pay off first. So if you owe any other football clubs money, you're supposed to pay, I think it's football clubs first, and then football players, and then so on and so on. So basically what the EFL is saying, you're not going to be allowed to sign any new players or enter into new contracts where you're going to have to, you enter a contract where you say, oh, we'll pay you X amount to play for us every week to play for us, because you can't show that you've got the money to pay them over this contract, because you're not accepting any money for the players that you've got. And they're literally so these administrators put out some kind of statement shitting on the EFL, and the EFL come back saying they're not showing us that they've got the money to fulfill the fixtures until the end of the season. And that's what you see here. So the suggestions the EFL want Derby County relegated or expelled are completely fabricated and entirely false. The EFL continues to advise the club and its administrators in respect of all current requirements. This includes the administrators' obligations in respect of a funding plan and providing all necessary clarity on the credibility of any potential investors in the context of its regulations. The EFL understands it continues to be a challenging and worrying period for everybody associated with Derby County, especially the staff and supporters, and it is our intention to continue to work proactively with the administrators and relevant stakeholders to find a process which will give clarity quickly. So basically the club's a complete and utter basket case. We're making an offer for a player, and the club's such a basket case, you're not getting anywhere. We've made 4 offers, and it look like that's it for us. We're out. We're not going back. So I don't know if they're playing hardball or they're just fucking don't know what they're doing. But funny business going on at Derby County, and we are struggling to sign any players. So Sibley's out, we're not signing him. Matt Smith's off. What else is happening? This popped up from Football Insider, just randomly out of nowhere. This dreadlock young man from Wolverhampton Wanderers. And you see here, Millwall and Blackpool join race to sign Wolves star Sanderson. Millwall and Blackpool have joined the chase for Wolves defender Dion Sanderson. Football Insider understands the centre-back 22, who spent the first half of the season on loan at Birmingham City, is being made available for loan again during this month's transfer window. A recruitment source has told Football Insider that Birmingham are keen to re-sign him, along with Bristol City and Queen's Park Rangers. So that's kind of weird. So they've recalled him back on loan, but now they want to send him back out on loan, and the club that he was on loan to have thrown their hat into the ring, and then other clubs are doing as well. Now, why have they done that? They're trying to get more money for him. Another club to pay more of his wages. All of the clubs mentioned are in the Championship, so there's no really. I don't know if it's game time. They want a club who will play him more. I don't know. A bit weird, but the trio now face competition from Championship rivals Millwall and Blackpool. The 2 clubs have also expressed an interest in Sanderson as they look to win the highly competitive race for his signature. He's highly rated at Wolves too and signed a new 4-year contract at the Molyneux over the summer. Sanderson played 16 times for Birmingham this season, so he's played a lot for them. So it's a bit weird. Why would he not just go back there? Why wouldn't they not leave him there? Why would they call him back? Maybe it's because of the African Nations Cup. Maybe that's the situation that I described happening. Sanderson, yeah. Bruno Lage That's the Wolves manager. Wanted him back at Molineux this month as his defensive trio Romain Saiss, Willy Bowley and Yerson Mosquera were unavailable. He was named on the bench for Wolves in the last 2 games, including a 3-1 win over Southampton on Saturday. Toti Gomes made an impressive debut in the game, and Sanderson may need to leave on loan to get regular game time. So they called him back to sit on the bench because they do have a number of players out, maybe through injury and I don't know if those players are for the African Nations Cup. Willy Bowley is an African player. He was at Swansea, wasn't he? So yeah. But why would he not go back to Birmingham? I would assume that would be first choice for him. He's already there. He's already playing well. It's near where he lives right now. Why would he want to either come to London or Blackpool? But they're saying these other clubs are making moves to try and sign him on loan. Yeah. Do we need him? Do we need him? I imagine because we didn't have a defender on the bench. Is something wrong with Pearce? Is he injured? So we have no defenders now. We've got Hayden Muller come back. He's on the bench, so we don't have any defenders now because Ballard's out, injured. Paper thin. The squad's paper thin, isn't it? Now the big one of the day, a new name for your delectation. FC Utrecht turns down offer from Millwall for Ramselaar. Yes, this is from ad.nl. Don't know what the AD stands for. I do. Let me just shout out this thing because this is where I got the information from. A blog called footballorange.com. Oh yeah, the name of the website is Aljamain Darkblood. Whatever that means, I don't know. But you Dutch people, you all know what that means. And that's what this website is. It's been translated by my Microsoft Edge browser from Dutch to English. And here you go. FC Utrecht turns off interest in Ramselaar from Millwall and other clubs. FC Utrecht is not planning to sell club top scorer Bart Ramselaar, 25. The midfielder is in the interest of English Millwall, 11th in the Championship, and a Chinese and an Italian club. But Utrecht keeps the boat off. In the meantime, the paperwork is being completed for a transfer of... I don't care about that. With 6 Eredivisie goals, Ramselaar is working on a decent season, and moreover, his contract expires next summer. However, FC Utrecht has an option to extend the commitment by 1 year, and the club wants to lift it. Utrecht would like to see Ramselaar stay this season, and has decided not to accept the incoming bids. Only a very generous bid can change that approach. And then they talk about some other stuff. So there you go. Do they go back to Ramselaar? I don't think they're talking about other players at FC Utrecht. Broken leg. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So that was it. So there you go. So we've apparently made a bid for Ramselaar, Bart Ramselaar, who plays for FC Utrecht in the Eredivisie. I have no idea who this geezer is because this just popped up. You can see here the time, 10 o'clock at night. That popped up, and we will all have a good look at him and find out about him. I imagine you get on the YouTube and check out his show reel. He'll look like a superstar because they always do in the show reels. It's the highlights. They cut together the highlights, and you're gonna look good in your highlights, aren't you? You cannot do it. So let's see if there's more from this. He's a midfielder. So he's from PSV. He scored 6 times in 17 matches. So he's a goal scoring midfielder. He's an attacking midfielder. Okay. So whoever our scout is in, or the connection we have in Dutchland, they seem to be working overtime. Because we've got the Zion Fleming, and we've got now Ramselaar. We've got the other fella, Papa Habib Guy from the Belgian team. Our lowlands geezers working overtime. Oh, it says here, Haiti is reporting that Utrecht is open to selling midfielder Simon Gustafsson. So maybe we might be able to get him. I don't know if he's any good, but there you go. So this is from the blog footballorange.com, and it's spelled like that with a J, not a G, because it's from Dutchland. So you can see here the related stories. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what they've written about him in the past. This is from 2 years ago. 4 years ago. Doesn't time fly? 2016. So what did they write about him? Bart Ramselaar, FC Utrecht's prodigious talent. FC Utrecht are about to finish what's been a phenomenal season for the young side and their young manager, where they were only one step away from silverware. Bart Ramselaar shone in a fluid and attacking setup that has been implemented by Erik ten Hag. As a youngster, has played his way into the national team. Oh, so he's a Dutch international, is he? Fantastic. So this was 4 years ago. The club's golden goose is Bart Ramselaar, who's just been given his first call-up to the Dutch national side for friendlies against Ireland, Poland and Austria. A little attacking midfielder who, only 19 years old, this was 4 years ago, has mastered the art of making his body a conduit to do incredible things with the ball. He is short in stature and slight in size, but he is blessed with an exquisite first touch, a Velcro-like command of the ball, and a beguiling turn of pace to get away from his markers. A player who is constantly in movement, searching the pockets and channels for space to help a teammate, or to change the game in the blink of an eye. He's created a devastating partnership with the clinical Sebastian Haller in a system where Utrecht played themselves into the KNVB Becker final and the 5th place in the Eredivisie. Damn, sounds amazing. But so he got called up to the Dutch national team 4 years ago. So it seems he had talent. He had prospects, and they didn't seem to quite work out for him. Because 4 years later, 25 years old, and Millwall are bidding for him. Danny Blind, who has witnessed his brilliance firsthand twice in the matches against Ajax, picked him up for his Dutch national team squad, as an inclusion is well deserved. The youngster has 7 goals and 6 assists in all competitions this season, as he created 37 chances this season. Ramselaar has completed 920 passes at an 84% pass completion, with 70% of his passes being forward passes, according to Squawka Stats. He gives so much goal and creativity to the Utrecht attack that he will need to give more defensively, considering he plays in a codependent midfield 3 at Utrecht. Hopefully next season Bart Ramselaar and Utrecht will have a chance to test themselves in Europe. The young midfielder remains at the club. A fee of €7 million has been mentioned. So he's definitely dropped off, because there's no way we're offering 7 million. I don't know what euros that would be in pounds, but we're definitely not offering that. So he had prospects. Now what happened to those prospects? Did he get injured? Did it just booze and birds and blunts is Dutchland? I don't know. But 4 years later, 25, still at the same club. I don't know how many times he's played for the Dutch national team. Yeah. So it seems maybe he doesn't want to leave Holland. Maybe none of the other big clubs come into him. No, Ajax didn't come in for him. PSV, well, he was at PSV before. Well, I'll do a bit more digging on him. I'll tell you in tomorrow's video if there's any more news. We're going to finish today's video with I told you yesterday about Paul Inchelwood and Jack Fisher passing away at a weekend. We've got news today of a more recent player dying at a very young age as well. Quite sad. Jamie Vincent, former Swindon, Bournemouth and Portsmouth and Millwall left back, dies aged 46. 46. Yeah. He started at Crystal Palace, and then went to Bournemouth, played 133 times for them. He was in the PFV, he was in the Division 2 team in the season, 98-99. Then he went to Huddersfield, and then Bournemouth, and then Portsmouth. And then he ended his professional career with Aldershot in 2011. Just sad when you think 46. How's he died here? No one's mentioning anything, so you don't really want to speculate. But is it a Gary Speed situation? Is it cancer? Is it the myocarditis thing that's going around everywhere? Just 46 years old. It's makes you think, doesn't it? Very, very sad. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.